Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sarah Cuthbertson, the chair of the Lexington School Committee, and I call this meeting of the Lexington School Committee to order at 4:10 p.m. on Tuesday, October 24th. With me are my colleagues, Kathleen Lenihan and Eileen Jay. And welcome. I'm so glad to see everyone here today for our first core values celebration of the school year. We started this back, I think, during the second year of the pandemic as a way to kind of reward all of those little efforts that make our school system such a great place to be every day. So I'm so excited for you all to be here to share that with us. I'm going to explain the logistics and then we will get started. So anyone who was a nominator, you should have the certificate for the person you nominated, and you should also have a script if you had sent one in. Copy of your speech, you don't have to read that one, you can wing it if you'd like. So I will call you up to the podium and then you can present the award to the person who you nominated. So I am going to turn it over first to our superintendent, Dr. Julie Hackett.
I'm really happy to be here today. I have a really long look going on here. And one of the things that we get to do each year is to give awards through the Massachusetts Association of School Superintendents to some really outstanding students. I'm allowed to give 3 based on the size of our district, and I have 3 wonderful people to recognize this afternoon. And let me get the right paper here, and we will get started. So, I would like to call Veronica Morose, Amanda Wang, and Divya Narayanan to this podium, please. So I'm going to read nice things about you, I'm going to embarrass you a little bit, and then we'll clap again, and then you can shake people's hands, and I'll give you the award. So where is Veronica? Veronica. Hi. Veronica stands out to her Lexington High School teachers and friends as a phenomenal writer, a brilliant mathematician, and most importantly, a person of character and conscience. Veronica is nationally ranked singles and doubles tennis player who helped her team to an undefeated season and state title. She is an editorial intern for the U.S.-Ukraine Foundation, helping them research grants and write articles to gain interest and support. She is also the LHS Musket Arts and Culture editor, LexSpecs news editor, and a columnist where she shares her unique perspective on the Ukrainian crisis for news sections. A really phenomenal young lady. Let's give it up for Veronica. So where is Mandy? Right beside me. Hi, Mandy. How are you? Good. Mandy is an intellectually curious and gifted young person with a love for music and playing the oboe in the orchestra. Mandy has done exceptionally well in the rigorous academics offered at Lexington High School, earning phenomenal grades. She seeks out learning opportunities both inside and outside of the classroom. For instance, Mandy interned as a waitstaff at Brookhaven, a retirement community in Lexington, and since then it has turned into a year-round position. My sister hires a lot of people. We always say everybody should have waitstaff experience in all sectors. So that's really good. She's also taken on a leadership role, mentoring younger orchestra members, supporting them as they grow as musicians. Let's give it up for Mandy. And last but not least, we have Divya Narayanan. She's an outstanding student and an exceptional member of the LHS community. Her persistence, motivation, collaborative nature, and hard work have made her one of the top academic performers in her class. Divya's academic achievements are even more impressive when you factor in the amount of time she has given to extracurriculars. She's an avid bird watcher and photographer, plays the piano, and has participated in numerous programs related to her areas of interest in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. On top of all of this, Divya is an empathic friend who frequently supports her peers and advises underclass students when dealing with complex problems. Divya is an impressive young person with a bright future, and let's give her a round of applause. I am so impressed with all of you. You're all very impressive young people with a bright future, and I'm very pleased and honored to give you these awards. Here's Veronica's, and we have next Divya's. And last but not least, we have Mandy's. All right, big round of applause.
Okay, next we have Jen Dugan-Agnew. Perfect. I think we may know you a little bit.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Jen Dugan-Agnew, and this is my student of 2 years, 4th and 5th grade, Kalea Fu. Couldn't be prouder. Kalea Fu exemplifies the revolutionary spirit core value. Kalea is an absolutely outstanding individual who is not afraid to fight for what she believes in, even at the young, tender age of 11 years old. Last year, as a 4th grader in my class, she wrote an impressive essay that she read at Lexington Town Meeting, which eloquently expressed the need to fight against climate change and to encourage town meeting members to vote yes on using solar panels on the new police station. After Kalea's speech, the Lexington Town Meeting members voted yes to use solar panels on the roof. This positive vote was most definitely inspired by Kalea's convincing speech. On Monday, October 3rd, Kalea spoke again at the State House in Boston. This time her fight was against private jet expansion at Hanscom Field. She once again rallied her listeners and inspired many to follow her, including her classmates. Kalea is determined, passionate, and intelligent young person who I'm honored to teach both 4th and 5th grade. I'm extremely proud of her and can't wait to see what she does next.
And now we have Dr. Hackett again.
And I think it's okay, I can stand here and do it. Okay, so I am really proud to present this next award to someone that I just got to meet this year, and it's been fabulous. So I'm going to not say the name until the end, and I will tell you a little bit about that person now. And really, this award is on my behalf. Principal Baker from LAHS. We have 2 Principal Bakers, so I have to be clear about that. And then all the school committee members as well. So a little bit about a core value that means a lot to us. The core value is about being curious and having fun. And it says, joyful learning is fueled by an inquisitive mindset, a questioning attitude, and an imaginative, playful spirit. Mastery of facts and skills is not enough. Active inquiry, application of skills, good humor, and productive struggle are the hallmarks of deep lifelong learning. The next person that I'm nominating possesses all of these incredible qualities, and it's my honor and privilege to recognize him. I get all my ideas at the last minute, which drives people crazy. So it was about a night or two before convocation, and I thought, we should have a student or a photographer come and, look at all the fun that we have on opening day. I wonder if anybody knows anyone. So I fired up Google Chat. We have this Google Chat thing, thank you, Mr. Martelloni, that we do with administrators, and it's basically a ready pipeline to any question or need that you have. So I said, does anybody know a good photographer that we could have tomorrow or something like that? And then in maybe 30 seconds, Principal Baker said, I know the perfect person. And he gave me this student's name. And the next thing I knew, I was on the stage with a student on opening day at convocation, and the student was taking pictures, and we were having a great time, and I thought, oh, this is fantastic. And then we started thinking, well, what else could this student do? This talent is unbelievable, so how do we tap it? And so I talked to the school committee. We were supposed to be having our annual picture taken, and it's not a very fun event on most occasions. We don't generally like it, but this year we had a lot of fun because we invited the student back and said, can you please come and take a picture? And the student was just so incredible. Mr. Martelloni did a good job last year, but the student really did a good job this year. And so the student brought us outside, looked at the light and just the art and the artistic eye you could see, and every detail, was attended to. And I don't like getting my picture taken. It makes me nervous, but we weren't nervous. It just was a very good feeling. And so we got the picture taken. They were beautiful. They came out great. Lots of people complimented the pictures. And then I had just had my photo professionally taken, and I thought, oh, this is a terrible photo, but I'm not getting it done again. This is going up. I don't care what it looks like. And then the student was there, and I thought, would you mind coming into my office and just taking my picture quickly? It probably will come out better than the one I spent a lot of money on and a lot of time, and sure enough it did. And so my husband keeps saying, when are you getting a refund? I'm not. And we did pay this student because we want to try to create opportunities for work and things like that with our school community. So anyway, we placed all the pictures, put it up there, and the student has been helping us with all of our photography needs. When he was in my office, he noticed that I had yearbooks on the bookshelf. He pulled out the yearbooks and said, I did this picture and this picture and this picture. And he wanted to show me because he was proud of the art and the opportunity that he had. Very, very humble as well, which really impressed me. So as it happened, I was creating a document which is called an Ed Plan, which is about the new high school, and I thought, oh, these pictures would be so awesome to include in the Ed Plan. Do you mind if I did it? No problem. We gave photo credits, and then it just has kept going like this. And it's really amazing to find such incredible talent. And I got to know the student so well. I've been impressed with his talent, his creativity. I've been touched by his kindness and dedication. And I feel blessed to have had the opportunity to get to know him. I'm very thankful that you took my picture, and others. So would you all please join me in giving a big round of applause to Vikram Anantha, an incredible student, talented photographer, and a great person.
Up next, we have Anita St. Fleur.
Hello, everyone. So my name's Anita St. Fleur, and I had nominated Miss Barbara Hamilton. So the core value that I had chosen for Miss Hamilton is we all belong. Since coming into my new role as a medical social worker, I have observed Barbara Hamilton take pride in her role and ensuring all students and LPS educators are included. I think Ms. Hamilton's greatest strength is challenging individuals to make a continuous effort to identify our own unconscious bias and collaborate with LPS as they make an effort to take on racial injustices and inequalities. As a MECO director, Ms. Hamilton encourages both Lexington and families of the MECO program to participate in Family and Friends. Ms. Hamilton has expressed that one of the key components of this program is the opportunity for students to exchange their personal culture and values. In my opinion, the fact that Ms. Hamilton continues to support and be an advocate for this program reflects the LPS core value of we all belong. I would also like it to take a step further and share that Ms. Hamilton also demonstrates the LPS core value as use your mind. I have had the opportunity to observe Ms. Hamilton in various settings, to include school, department, and parents meeting, which she encourages individuals to think outside the box. Not only does Ms. Hamilton demonstrate this core value in her day-to-day work, however, she strongly encourages students to do this as well. I can recall countless times when I have leaned on Ms. Hamilton for expertise and insight, and before she responds, she will say, "I am curious to hear your thoughts." It's a favorite quote. As a leader, Ms. Hamilton is more than happy to provide her insight, but welcomes the thoughts and opinions of others as well.
Turning it back over to Dr. Hackett yet again.
Okay, I have another really wonderful treat for you, and I'm going to tell you about a young lady who is just amazing. And when I'm done, this young lady is going to surprise you all with a little present. So I'm excited about that. One of our core values says that we nurture empathy and compassion for one another and care for our own well-being and that of others. When we seek joy for ourselves and nurture our own mental, physical, and emotional health and well-being, we are able to share our gift with others. Those are the words for our care for yourself and other core value, and the person that I am recognizing in just a moment embodies this core value, and I'd like to share a little bit more with you about her. I had the pleasure of attending a METCO retirement party at the end of this school year. I had an incredible time celebrating the accomplishments of a number of METCO staff who had been with us for like 20, 30 years, not collectively, individually, just amazing, amazing people. And one of my favorite memories during this celebration was when a beautiful young Lexington High School student got up and sang her heart out in honor of these dedicated METCO professionals. She touched everyone in the crowd, and she certainly touched my heart by her song. So much so that it made me well up, and I thought, oh my goodness, my mascara will be running. I have to get out of here because this is just too unbelievable, too good to be true. So I later learned that this young lady was not in the music program, didn't have any formal training. She just had this incredible gift. And I was trying to figure out how to help share this gift with the world. And I had another last minute idea and said, wouldn't it be cool if she joined us at Convocation this year and sang for our staff? And our staff of about 1,600 people came together. We had school committee there, and it was just an amazing time. So she sang this beautiful song, the same song that she sang at the retirement party, the same song that she's going to sing for you today in just a moment. And she also led about 125 little munchkins on the stage, little elementary school students who came and joined us as well. And they sang the We All Belong song, which embodies our core values in the district. So she brought down the house with her rendition of I Will Rise Up. It's better than the original, and I've listened to the original many times. It really is. And please join me in giving a big round of applause to a talented musician and a beautiful person inside and out, Miss Layla Hood.
Yeah, shout out to Mason and Miles here. They listened to me practice this for like a long time. Okay. You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. Yeah, we gon' walk it out and move mountains, and I'll ride
So hard on the singing, and this is the second time I've heard you sing this, and I was listening, but I was looking at your mom's face the whole time. I actually wanted to record, Serena, I wanted to record your face because it was just such a proud mom look on your face. So I don't know if you saw that, but I definitely saw that. So it was amazing. Thank you so much. I think next I think our next presenter is with us. So we have Lauren Black. Last but not least, and you've got 4 awards to give out. Is Juliet coming up with us too?
I think she's going to come in. I don't know if she'll come up and say hi to her.
There you go.
Thank you very much. That is an amazingly tough act to follow, so I will not, probably not bring the house down quite so long. Very amazing job. It was so beautiful. I have the, joy of being up here a second time. This is the second time I've actually nominated a group of people for an award, and the second time I've been able to be successful in getting it up here. I nominated 4 people for the We All Belong award. They're all here today, which is great. We just barely made it, so the reason we were pushed to last was I nominated these 4 people for helping our daughter Juliet, who's sitting back there in a wheelchair. Hey, Jay. She has been participating in cross country and track at Clark for the last year and a half. And this, through the help of these amazing 4 individuals, is really what's kind of driving it. And so that's why I wanted to nominate them for the We All Belong Award. So the people I'm nominating, Coach Jimmy Athens, who's here, Mr. Ryan Payne, who's done the hard work. I'll talk a little bit more about each one of their contributions here in a second. Miss Stephanie Holm, who's in the back here, and Miss Rachel Cohen, who's also So I'll try to be brief with my remarks, knowing I'm the last one before we all get to head out. But this all started when Juliet started last fall at Clark Middle School as a 6th grader. As we were coming into the school system, we just sent out an email, a random email. She was my wife, Carissa, who sent out a random email to Rachel Cohen, the ETS, and just said, we're really interested in trying to get Juliet involved in extracurricular activities, and we've recently found this place that's able to rent her, a running stroller, and she is in a wheelchair, but she loves to go fast, and we thought this would be a great opportunity, and maybe we think if we could try to see if she could do cross country and track. And to her credit, Rachel responded almost instantly, absolutely, give me a little bit of time, I'll figure out who I can, who we might be able to get to help her as a need, during this process. And, amazingly, she, got back within like a week later, I think I've got the person, I've just got to check with them and make sure everything's kosher. And, then we were, maybe a week after that, introduced to Mr. Payne, Ryan, who stepped up and volunteered to push Juliet in practices and in meets in a Hoyt running stroller. Now, you may know the name, the Hoyts, Rick and Dick Hoyt were the famous family that run the Boston Marathon over many years. Dick Hoyt was the older gentleman who was pushing his son Rick, who had cerebral palsy, and they did this for something like 40 straight years in the Boston Marathon. Unfortunately, both of them have recently passed away within the last 3 years, but they started a company that basically custom builds these running strollers for people with limited mobility. I will tell you they are really huge. Ryan can attest to this. Very large strollers with huge, thick tires on them, especially for cross country where we're going to be in the woods, and they weigh a ton. And to his credit, Ryan jumped right in, and like I said, did the really hard work. And I know how hard it was because I volunteered at one point when he couldn't make one of the meets. I volunteered to push Juliet in the meet, and it was a lot of work, an immense amount of work. And so we started the cross country season. Ryan was ready to go, and Jimmy, who's the coach for cross country and track, was just instantly accommodating to our situation. Really worked hard to make sure that the course would work for Juliet with the stroller, that we could start the race at, that Juliet could start races at an appropriate time where there wasn't going to be a lot of traffic. And initially, I think that first season we're starting her early just so she could get out on the course and not have to deal with a lot of the people. And it's just been an extremely supportive person and individual in making sure that the process runs smoothly and that she's able to be out there and running the meets. And so we had a wonderful fall season. We moved into the spring. I'll say this first, that Miss Holm was nominated for being part of this team because of the track. She's an amazing teacher that we've had for the last year and a half at Clark. And beyond that, Rachel Cohen is an amazing ETS. These two have done a lot to help make Juliet feel included and be supported at Clark, just generally speaking, but I've tied them in with this award just because we were here for the track and cross country stuff. But Miss Holm was a track coach and also assisted in getting things together with Juliet's running chair for the track season. In track, Juliet actually did 2 events. She did the 100-meter dash, I'll call it, in air quotes, because for her, obviously, it takes a lot longer. It would take about 5 or 6 heats of girls that were running for her to complete that 100-yard walk, 100-meter walk. Ryan was walking by her. She was actually doing this in her walker, because she can walk short distances, and Ryan was there by her side cheering her on the whole way. Again, Coach Athens arranged this so that we had this wonderful setup where she could run down the first lane, and even though heats upon heats of girls were running by her the whole time, she was able to kind of do that unabated and be able to cross the finish line in her own time. And Miss Holm was hugely supportive during that process, helped us a lot with transporting chairs, helped us a lot with organizing the other event that Juliet ran, which was the 4x1 relay, where she would have one of the girls would push her in the final leg of the 4x1 in her stroller, where she got to go fast. That was the fun part for her. So, that's the gist, I think, of why I've nominated them. They're all amazing individuals, all people that have worked really, really hard to assist Juliet in being included, and why I decided to nominate them for the We All Belong Award. Thank you, guys. It's for you, Ryan. Jimmy. And Stephanie. Yeah.
And that concludes our core value celebration, but please stick around. Feel free to take pictures with any of the balloons or whatever. And there are lots of snacks over there. So I know some people have been waiting patiently, and I got the snacks. So have at it.